All right, hi guys. So I am live. I never really promoted this too much, so I'm going to go ahead and share this link and then see who comes on. Okay, so I'm getting a call already. Hello. Hi. How are you? Good. So today I'll be talking about a couple topics, and I wanted to know my audience views. A couple people are in. If you're here, please go ahead and like this live. If you're here, like the live and comment. If you don't want to call in, you can go ahead and answer the questions in the comment section and I'll read it. And for the people that call in, I'll just obviously have a conversation. So what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Okay, my government or my entertainment name?
Anyone that you want to give, what you want people to know you as. Hey, babe.
Well, my name is Patrick. My government name is Patrick Pinnock. However, my entertainment name is QP, and the Q is spelled CUE, and they put a little space between that, and then P. So that's QP.
Okay, awesome. All right, so the first topic, I think I actually know you from Instagram, and you were talking on a topic that's affecting most Jamaicans, which is the curfew. What was your basic, how are you feeling now? I know you made a video. I don't know if anybody has seen it. I can probably send people over to your Instagram to go watch that. But what's your feeling about the curfew now, and what's the current curfew status in Jamaica?
Yeah, same thing. Them lockdown on weekends, like 4 o'clock on Sundays, 2 p.m. on Sundays. I think it's 4 on Saturdays or 6. But them always change it. So it's mentally draining.
Okay.
So I said the curfew is mentally draining because it serves absolutely no purpose because social distancing cannot be accomplished. It's an illusion. Because how can you tell me to practice social distancing if I do not own a car for myself?
Okay.
Well, me personally, I have a car. No. But I'm saying most Jamaicans do not own a car. They depend on public transportation to travel wherever they need to go. All right. In a taxi system, one person up front, one person in the front seat, 4 people in the back.
Oh, so you're saying
three persons. So even if a 3 person that set it back, say everybody follow the law. Which they don't want to call 4 people in break, regardless. But say everybody follow the law, they have 3 persons in the back. What kind of social distancing can take place? You see me? So next thing, that the taxi system, transportation, absolutely no form of social distancing. Next thing, in the bank lines outside, the Western Union lines outside, the supermarket lines outside, like everybody bundled up on each other.
Yeah.
So social distancing is an illusion. As me I say, it's an illusion. It cannot be achieved. People have to socialize.
But what would you suggest? What would you suggest, especially for Jamaica? So hold on, before you go any further, Nadine was saying that curfew gets on her nerves. So I guess she agrees that it affects her mental health. And she said the taxi man has suffered JUTC benefiting. So she was responding to what you were saying, that the taxi system, and I guess it will really kill small businesses. Like if you run a taxi and then you lose a clientele all of a sudden, then that's going to naturally affect your money. So I never even thought of that, but that's an interesting. But what would you suggest? What would you suggest being in Jamaica, living in Jamaica, and with the pandemic that's happening, what would you suggest would be ideal for the government to do?
Well, the government, they're doing the right thing already when it comes to the promotional campaign, when it comes to teaching people about the virus and how it works, and how we have prevented it. They're doing a great job where that is concerned. When it comes to getting information across and getting people aware of the virus and what it does and how you catch it. They're doing an amazing job where that is concerned. So every Jamaican know say, they're supposed to wear masks. Everybody know that now, they're supposed to sanitize them, and it's a part of our daily routine now.
Okay.
In the house, I have my watch on, take off my watch, put on my watch, take off my wallet, whatever. Next thing, oh shit, I left my mask. So the mask has become a daily part of our livelihood.
Okay.
So most Jamaicans are wearing their masks and they're practicing hygiene thing, because what the government did brilliantly, they made everybody free. You see me? They made everybody free, scared to death about this virus. The people literally are wearing their masks, they hand sanitize, people paranoid, so people do the right thing. So to me, see, that's all they can do. That's all they can do. They're doing the right thing. This whole curfew thing at night time, to me, is an excuse to sabotage dancehall music, which then the life I'm on.
Right.
And so this is not a political thing when it comes to JLP or PNP. From know myself, government, no matter which party, been fighting the entertainment industry.
Okay.
To me, the reason why they're doing that, because most of them, they do not have any interest or investments in the entertainment industry. Most politicians have businesses outside of the music industry, like trucking, backside. They have the money elsewhere.
Yeah.
So if the entertainment industry shut down for a year or 2 years or 5 years or shut down forever, it not gonna affect them. They could care less.
But
so that is my gripe. That is my gripe with the curfew system. That's why I say fuck curfew, bro. It's not working.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not needed, it's not working, it's a stifling an industry. Which other industry can survive 1 year ad shut down completely? Which other industry can survive that?
Yeah, for real.
So to me, that shows the lack of respect that the government of Jamaica have for the entertainment industry. It doesn't matter to them. They don't see it as nothing. It's not only artists, not because I'm a recording artist, it's why I am complaining. You see me, I say the entertainment industry takes care of so many people outside of the musicians them and the producers them and the engineers.
Even the tourism.
So many vendors, so many young businesses and upcoming businesses benefits from entertainment. The country overall, so many tourists comes in just become party. And the willies of this world and everything, they just come on the street dance to get the real culture. They're killing our culture.
Yeah, they're definitely.
It's curfew.
They're definitely affecting. So Nadine on here was saying that, because I'm gonna just talk for the people them who is commenting and give the feedback as we go. So she said things, politics, and she said they don't have a crime plan, so the curfew is the new substitute. So she's thinking that they're substituting the curfew and, imposing this just to alleviate crime, because they don't have a crime plan, which is an interesting perspective. So
okay, so this is what I'm going to do to kill that crime debate argument. Now, maybe guy on big old street, and I think they on big old them capture it almost a security camera.
Yeah.
But 8 men, when you look at you, broad daylight, a shop and kill him. You see what I'm saying? Like in a broad daylight. So,
like
at the end of the day, if you're going to use curfew as a crime stopper, curfew can't stop no crime.
For real.
Like a Jamaica this.
For real.
You see what I'm saying? The crime issue is a total different issue. If I go for the crime issue right now, I go straight from the top. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight from
another. I think
I have some
right now, so it says unstable. I hope. Are you seeing me? Are you guys seeing me here? Okay. They have some interesting topics. I'm not living in Jamaica right now, so I don't really know everything that's going on. Here in Canada, where I'm at, we're currently locked down too as well, and it definitely affects our mental health. That's something for sure that we have to keep stable, because we're locked in the house. We have to social distance. All the malls closed. All the restaurants closed. Every social activity is not happening. The only thing we can do is go to the supermarket, and they even block off the areas to purchase clothes. Like even if you have a child or something, even just to get clothes is hard. Like you can't just walk into a store and buy what you want on demand. You have to purchase everything online. So in Canada, it's affecting us differently. We don't have curfew, so to speak. Like we can go on the road at any time. It's just that nothing is open. So there's nowhere to go. Like once it's almost like a curfew, but not like a literal curfew, because there's nothing happening by a certain time. Only supermarket, that's it. And it still affects our mental health just the same. Like, we're not able to socialize, and we're told to stay in the bubble of our household. So if you have a mom that lives somewhere, you're not expected to go visit your parents or your family. You're just expected to stay around the people that you live with. So if it's just you alone, or if it's you and your partner, you're expected to just stay home with your partner and your kids and not socialize with anybody. If you're being completely legal here in Nova Scotia, that's what the expectations is. So, I mean, Jamaica is doing their own little thing and trying within their own means. But I guess here in Canada, I could complain about something completely different too, but it still affects us almost the same. But yeah, you have some very interesting points. I think I'm gonna ask you one more of the topics that I plan on talking about, and then if you don't mind, just continue watching. And if hopefully another caller will call in, because I've been off YouTube for a while, baby, and I'm trying to come back now.
Congratulations, first and foremost, boy or
girl? Girl. I have 2 girls. I have 2 daughters.
Nice.
Hi, Kevin.
Nice.
Huh?
How old are they?
One is 3 in 2 days, and one is 7 months.
Well, congrats. I have a son. He's 3 years old. He will be 4 this year. So we know that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a blessing, but we have to adjust. So now I'm getting back all my audience to come back and know that Nayoka is back with the content. Hey, Kevin, are you gonna call in? I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. So I'm gonna see if anybody else. I want to elaborate on some of the topics that you talk about, and then just stay tuned, because maybe.
But before I leave, I want to say something before I leave.
Okay.
For example, you mentioned you're living overseas. On social media, I see some people that lives in the United States, Americans.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamaicans living in the United States. I'm still a comment below the Prime Minister post. I'm a fan of the Prime Minister, and I am a fan of the Prime Minister. I think he's the coolest Prime Minister we've ever had.
Okay.
With that said, I'm not a fan of some decisions with the COVID-19 thing is concerned. However, the point I'm trying to make is I see some Jamaicans living in America right now. Some of them, I see some comments. Oh yes, I agree with the Prime Minister with the lockdown. Yes, Prime Minister do it. I guess them living in America.
Yeah.
They're not affected like that.
Right.
I thought them think that and below the Prime Minister, and I make it when you see them comments, I'm gonna believe that Jamaicans living in Jamaica. I agree with the lockdown. We're good. And I want to use this platform to tell these people, these Jamaicans, some of these Jamaicans that living in America, we're running off them face.
Yeah.
And down here, I face the curfew, and I face what I do for us mentally, and I face what I do what I mash you up financially and economically. To shut the fuck up. This means if they don't know what we're going through, shut up. This means I say don't comment on this shit even I hear. I'm facing it and being on the ground and face what we are going through. Shut up. Don't comment. This means I say.
Yeah, we'll leave it to.
When I realize that the American in the best life and I comment from Jamaica, and even shut the fuck up. No jokes.
Okay.
No jokes.
So we hear it here first live from a Jamaican living in Jamaica. So thanks for that feedback. You can call back later if there's another topic, but I'll see if anybody else wants to call in and give me their feedback.
All right. Remember to tell the fans I will be live on my Instagram at 9 p.m. tonight. So follow me on Instagram. That's CUE_P on Instagram.
Okay,
CUE_P. So follow me at 9. All
right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, there, guys, you heard it. So CUE_P gave his feedback on how he feels about the curfew in Jamaica. What I try to do when I don't know about something, or if I'm not living somewhere, I try not to give too much input or my personal opinion, because I don't live there. I live in Canada. People might have their perspectives on how they see things running from the outside looking in. Maybe really here it's not as how it seems on the outside. So I try not to speak on, certain topics that I'm not directly affected by, unless it's like something very obvious. But yeah, so my opinion, we don't have curfew. I'm not sure if it's effective or if it's not effective, because I'm not there, and honestly, I'm not following the stats enough to know if crime is increasing or reducing, or if the COVID cases is declining. I don't know, but at least we heard it from QP of his opinions on the curfew. He does not agree with it. He doesn't think that it is functional or if it's helping the economy in Jamaica. So very interesting feedback. YOLO, you're here. You've been here from day one and you're still here present. I love that. Kevin Williamson and Michaela Graham. Anybody want to call in and speak on the curfew? I'm going to move on to another topic. But if anybody here wants to call in and say anything about the curfew, hey Anna. So hi. So that's that. I'm gonna move on to, hold on. So the next topic I'm gonna talk about is your views on vaccine. I'm here on YouTube, so I'm not an anti-vaccine person, but I want to know if anybody on here is interested in saying anything about the vaccine and if they took it, how they're feeling, if they're not taking it, or if they plan on taking it. I want to know if I have somebody here that took the vaccine and how they feel about the topic. My personal views is kind of vague. I just wanted to see how other people feel. Shaun just pinned call in at 902-402-8337. I forgot big enough to call in. And you guys know that I need you guys to call in so we can chat. So the vaccine, anybody have any opinions on that? I personally have an underlying medical condition. Travis Williams, trusting God and taking it because I need to go back on the road. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that because when it comes on to vaccine, for me, vaccines in general, I know, every medicine have side effect, especially an experimental drug will have side effects that's unknown until after the fact. But as it regards to any time I feel shaken, I feel like I have to take it, like my kids have to take certain vaccines, I just pray over it, hope that they're not the one odd case that gets affected by this medication, and I move on. So as it regards to the COVID vaccine, I won't really speak on it, so to speak, but I do have a medical condition that's caused by stress, and it's a chronic illness, and I don't know how this drug would affect me personally, so I personally won't be front in line. But I mean, if I have to take it, I will take it, but I have to also be cautious because I wouldn't say I'm the fittest candidate for experimental drug. Let's just say that. So if anybody else, Travis told me what he's saying, my aunt got vaccinated and was hospitalized. And I'm not surprised by that, because if we really understand what a vaccine itself is, then we'll know that it wouldn't be unlikely that somebody else is calling. So that's perfect. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Michaela.
All right. You have any business or anything you want to promote before you answer the question?
I mean, I have a YouTube channel.
Okay, so another
Michaela
YouTube.
Anna.
Michaela Anna?
Yeah.
All right.
I do hair, beauty, lifestyle content.
Okay, so if anybody on here or anybody that watched this live afterwards is interested in hair, beauty, or lifestyle content, please go over and subscribe to her. She's actually my cousin. So I'll just pin her YouTube here and you guys can go over and support. What's your opinion on the vaccine?
All right. Now, as you were saying before about I don't really like to comment. Okay, I'm giving my personal opinion here.
Yeah.
And I know lots of Jamaicans, videos are circulating with magnets touching people's skin after they receive the vaccine.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Killing people. I know I see something in Nova Scotia and in Ontario saying that they stopped using the AstraZeneca because of the blood clots or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, personally, to be honest, I'm going to go with the science of it. I'm not saying that there are not negative side effects.
Oh, science.
However, that's kind of normal for vaccines. I mean, if you do the research, you can't comment on things that you don't know. But if you do the research yourself, you'll see that this is nothing new. So, I mean, that's what I think about it. To answer the question, am I taking the vaccine?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're taking the vaccine? Okay. And you're gonna give us you're taking it soon? Or you don't know yet?
Not soon. But that's not because of I'm afraid or anything, but that's because of like circumstances. You know what I'm
Okay. So you're pro-vaccine and it's nothing new. It's just a regular drug that somebody said no way. I feel like it's 50-50 on the opinions. Like a bunch of people just feel skeptical about the drug, and then you have some people who is just like, hey, I'm ready to go outside. I'm ready for the world to come back to normal, and I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, and I also want to jump on the Christian card because I'm Christian myself, and there's messages about the Antichrist and the mark of the beast, and I'm just saying, God give us brains, I've used wisdom. Read some proverbs and use wisdom. Hello. We're not gonna die. People have side effects. You should know if you are high risk of COVID, who you're exposing yourself to. Are you taking the proper what do you call that? That you need to.
Are genuinely sketched out by medications, like even before COVID. Because I've known people who, even here in Canada, we have to give our kids a certain amount of vaccines. Like as soon as your baby born, you have to give vaccines in batches. Genuine concern for some people. Like you're seeing a shift in a lot of the diseases that's coming up nowadays. So like for instance, chronic illness is becoming way more prominent, and people are kind of confused about where these diseases are coming from. People with autistic kids, that's happening way more frequently. And people here in Canada is thinking there might be a link. Like in the Caribbean, there's not as much of certain diseases. And people,
I'm not cutting it, but I'm not gonna lie. Hello, there might be a link. It might be hereditary. You have genes that are carried on chromosome. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm not discrediting their concerns. But it's really just got on to a belief system. Like, are you gonna believe in I know some people believe saying a step on crack because you go and break your mother back.
Yeah.
So it really just comes down to what I don't believe. I mean, I don't think that face value. Like nobody now can say a COVID killer because she take a COVID vaccine killer.
Oh, because she
no. We need to know how she be living or her family health or
or maybe she was more susceptible to being that. Like for instance, for me, I'm on drugs that suppresses my immune system, or I have to just be careful with taking drugs, period. Because if I'm already on a strong drug, then obviously if I introduce another drug that can probably react, that's just me personally. And then somebody else, probably their lifestyle, or they've probably been eating a poor diet, stuff like that can trick, then you will become one of those odd cases. But for me, I try not to, bash other people for their opinion, because, you have different levels of intellect and you have different people with different experiences. So I think you have some very good points and it's very logical. But a lot of people cannot relate.
I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying maybe my final statement is ask more questions.
Or even research.
Yeah.
Research, I find that's why I don't speak on anything. I think a lot of the times people just need to probably research more. So somebody was asking what was the topic. I wanted to know people's opinions on the vaccine, because I know you have a bunch of people who are anti-vaccine, and then you have a bunch of people who are just ready to take the vaccine and ready to move on. This whole thing, it's been drawn out. So I kind of wanted to get different feedback from different people. That was the topic. You for no TV. So yeah, I think it's good that thanks for sharing your opinion, because some people just choose not to speak on it because it's just so controversial right now. But I feel like majority of the young people are actually leading towards taking the vaccine, which is actually good because we can hurry up and move on. I'm going to see if I can ask you one more question off my topic before somebody said population control. So So like how you have your opinion, you have another set of people who have a completely different sets of, thoughts. And I guess we really don't truly know who's right from wrong, or it doesn't even matter who's right from wrong. It's just solely people's opinion. So, but some people say this is population control. What do you think about that? You personally?
So I don't have much to say about this because one, it wasn't a concern of mine whether it's population control or not. I don't know how that sounds. And then two, I didn't do any research about it. Like, does this happen ever so often? I do this every 20 years. You know, like, who is doing this? Who is leading this? So I really don't have any knowledge to speak, so I can speak on that.
Yeah. I respect that because I be like that too. I don't speak on anything that I don't know. But yeah, if you want to call in and tell me why you think it's population control, thanks so much, Michaela. If there's another topic that you can call in, if nobody else is calling in, feel free to call back. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to share their opinion. Thanks so much. Please go and subscribe to her, and we'll talk on the next topic. All right. Bye. Okay, so you for no TV. Would you like to call in and explain why you think it's population control or what your opinions are? Or you can even type it here and I just read it and give feedback. To say, you for no TV say, why would you take something without proper research or information? So I'm guessing you're saying that you wouldn't take it without proper research. What I think, and I probably shouldn't really speak too much. Let me see. Hello? Hi.
What's up?
I'm good. What's your name?
Okay. I'm
Anna. What's your opinion?
So, to be honest, I'm for the vaccine, and I'm not against it. But as in, for me personally, because of a health condition,
likewise myself,
pushes me back.
Yes.
You know, it's like I have to think and say, but because I'm already on like a particular medication, right?
Right.
So I'm not like, as you had said, the fittest.
The fittest candidate for an experimental drug.
Yeah. You know? So I can't really, because in a case like that, I have to think about that before I can literally say I would go for it. But
it's like being in a rock. It's like being in a rock and a hard place, because if you have an illness or on a medication that your immune system is suppressed, then that will make you more inclined to catch COVID-19. And at the same time. And at the same time, with the drug, with this brand new drug that you know it's experimental, and then there's enough things about this drug that you will find out after the fact, after the whole case study is completed and everybody take it and they see how people respond to it, then we'll know more information on the drug because it's a new drug or new drugs.
Yeah, that is a thing too. That is why I said persons who take it have nothing against it, and persons who don't, you know. But it would be good if persons just respect persons' opinion on it, because it's a very touchy. Because even with babies, some persons don't vaccinate their babies, but some persons do. You know, this is nothing new to us in terms of vaccine. But the only thing is just, I guess, for me, the only thing that kind of questionable is how fast the drugs kind of come out.
Yeah.
So it kind of be like, could I want to take it, being that it so quick?
Yeah, like it probably never get much.
Or these scientists just quickly do something and just try to experiment, because I mean, we can see that persons passed, persons got blood clots and all of that sort of thing. But I mean, drugs do have side effects and all of that sort of things. I know persons who take it and are just fine. My stepdad, he lives in the US, you know. He takes it and he's just fine.
Okay, so that's
he
good.
Took his 2 doses, you know, while I've heard of other persons who succumbs and all of that sort of thing. So I guess sometimes
like
it also depends. I think like in some sort of way, I think like medical background has a lot to do with the vaccine, in my opinion, sort of. Because if you're at a higher risk, I think that probably can cause a little bit but catching the COVID is you're at a high risk just the same. So it kind of puts you in a position to say which one you really rather.
Yeah, you have to it's risky. Like it's a risky decision for some people. For some people,
it's risky.
I feel like for some people though, like if I was completely would have been like textbook version of healthy, and eating a balanced diet, very fit, young, then it would probably be a very easy decision for me. Like it would have been like, why not? It's just, and you pray because obviously there's a risk, but it's a lower risk when you're healthy because your body is made in such a way to fight off anything that it doesn't want. That's how God made our bodies to do. So sometimes we eat something that's not good, we probably not even know our body handle it, and we not even know our body handle it. Same with medication. Yeah. Maybe you get a bad flu shot one year because in Canada we get different flu shots every year. And maybe you take the flu shot and your body's like, no, I don't want this. And your body will do the work. But you see, when you actually have an illness now or an underlying health issue where your body don't work, when your body don't connect, right? Like when your body does.
It's sort of hard because in my case, it's like, that is like one of the things that is like, when I heard about it, that is the first thing that tops my list to say, I mean, at what point does this gonna how? I mean, I know that if I catch COVID, it can be like a really thing, but it's going to be really bad for me, right? And to say, I mean, but also the vaccine, I don't know, it's like a limbo game right there, but it's sort of like, I don't know. It's like I don't know.
You don't know how to feel it?
But like in general, like the vaccine in general, I'm open to it. Like I'm open.
Yeah. Well, what I would suggest in your case is just to probably just pay close attention to what's happening. As in, pay close attention to the statistics because a bunch of people, they actually reach a bunch of people already took the vaccine. So we can probably look at that data and kind of make the decision from there, because when your body don't work the way it should, what should become and what should be natural or what should, like, it would be safe if you're healthy, but if you're not healthy and your body attacks itself, like when you have a chronic illness and your body attacks itself, that means it can attack itself, but even anything, it's just not working properly. So that will make you more prone. I can relate. And I'm not against a vaccine, but obviously I have to be cautious. I have to use my knowledge based on what I know about science and also what I know about my personal things. So I try not to judge people. And I know some people just think vaccines have an ulterior motive, like conspiracy. There are some conspiracy theorists that really believe that, vaccines are there for a reason and the mark of the beast. And everybody have all sorts of different opinions.
But that is just the world in general.
Yeah.
Just like right now, some persons believe that you should not wear masks. Some persons believe that you should,
anti-mask.
While some persons wear the mask, So the world, you're going to always have a two side to everything in everything, But it's just up to you as that individual to say which do you rather. But my opinion, my personality is I rather everyone decide what they want to do, and everybody have their right to their opinion. But it's just when you feel like you're bashing, that's where I don't go,
Yeah.
So it's like you respect each person's opinion, just like when my stepdad said he's gonna get the vaccine. I said, just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
He's for it. At first my mommy was like, no.
Yeah.
But eventually she's like,
she'll take it. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get it.
My parents are for it too, and I support it obviously because the more people take it, the better we can get over this hurdle. For me personally, probably not. So it's probably not as easy of a decision to just be like, hey, let me just take this and outside. And I'm sure other people probably it's not an easy decision for them for different reasons. Maybe religious, maybe they really feel uncomfortable, whatever personal reasons they have. But when people want to take it, obviously, the more people take it and the sooner we get over this hurdle is the better for everybody. Because this pandemic is affecting us in more ways than just COVID itself or the vaccine itself. Like it's affecting us. Like I feel like we are social beings, human beings should be socializing, and I feel like it will affect us. In the long run, this can create more damage to just be inside for so long. This is way past. Like, I feel like this should have been done long time, personally.
Yeah,
like,
it does feel long because this winter feels like the longest winter in a while, you know? Because normally we would be out and about as soon as it starts getting a little bit
warm. Like right now should be nice.
You cannot go out as you used to go out, you know? I've been in lockdown since last very year before I don't even remember, to be honest. So it just feels longer. Everything just feels longer. Even though time is going by, it's kind of weird that time is going by fast, but again, certain seasons just feel longer.
Yeah, nothing seems to be happening.
But the vaccine, if persons are for it and want to have it, I'll say it, because in the end, it's just like a barrier. It doesn't stop you from getting the COVID, but it might just lessen the impact.
It might work.
If you catch the COVID, it might just lessen the impact of it on you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like, so even like with the US where they said persons should not, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask, which I just kind of feel sticky about that.
Yeah, don't make much sense.
That the only reason why I personally, the only reason why I look on that opinion, like to say I'm totally not for that opinion, but I mean that's what the government said. Like once you're fully vaccinated, you can go out. Because of my health situation, it puts me to think a whole lot different.
Yeah.
You know, so when I look at it and say, if you're fully vaccinated, you can go without the mask. Persons who are not fully vaccinated are going to go about without your mask. So me as a person who is like a higher risk in this population and such, that's going to put me at a higher risk of, you know, because these persons, they say that they don't have to practice social distancing. So at this point, I'm trying to avoid you and you're trying not even be to avoid me. You know
Yeah. Like it's kind of off.
You feel like you're fully vaccinated.
It's kind of off where with that, like when one person don't take it and then the person who take it, I don't know. I don't think I would be following the US lead, so to speak. I kind of like how Canada handles the healthcare, very cautious. We take time.
I do, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah, Canada is definitely, Canada see the healthcare system, they're way more advanced, I would say, as it regards to that. And it seems like we're doing things slower, but I think we're being very tactful. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. So
even though we're doing it slower, I think it's better because I'm just at this point, being that I'm at a higher risk in society, it just makes me think of other persons in the US who is at high risk as well, you know?
And probably don't have a voice.
It's like that is where my kind of thinking is. And because I'm saying, if these people cannot even go out in peace, like simple places like just the supermarket. Because myself, being that I know that I'm a high risk, I only tend to go to supermarket or like that sort of thing. You know? So if you have to go places, there are certain places that you just have to go. So it's either you have to go to the pharmacy or you have to go to the supermarket. There are places that you just have to go, but you cannot really avoid these people.
Social distance.
That is just my opinion on the whole vaccine thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your call. Me and you can relate. I think we're in the same position, similar position. So I can definitely relate with your opinion. And as you say, I have to respect everybody's opinion and it all works. It all works in one, right? We need some people being cautious and we need some people being proactive, and that way we can move forward. And if we're moving forward, then I think that's the goal. So the people that's being cautious is kind of helping too, because maybe everybody would have just dead one time, like the high risk people or the people who, volunteer to go. It's helping us, right? It's helping us to move forward, even just having different opinions. I believe it's actually helpful because then it's really helping, balance things. But thanks so much for calling. I must read what the comments saying, and then feel free to call back again as I move along with my topics if nobody wants to call.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
So Q did say, hey, Q, you want to call in? Q, know TV's been talking. I don't know if you're a female or a male. Tell me in the comment section since you don't have no credit. I should do a credit giveaway since you're here. Population control. Why would you? Somebody else is calling. Perfect. I like this. I like this for us. Hello? Like up the video and share the video, please. Share the live. Hi.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
What's up?
We're talking about the vaccine. Are you going to take it? What's your opinion? How are you feeling about it? You don't sound very enthused.
And everything that could have been said was already said.
Okay, but what's your personal opinion in a nutshell? Just so I know, because I really don't know.
I feel that you need some people who are for it, who really get ready to take it. You need those people. And then you need people like me.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. And I'm not sure because I don't know if it affects pregnant women.
Oh, like fertility.
It promotes like infertility. I don't know that, and I'm trying to. I want to do something, start a family. So, no, joke aside, but that's like a big thing for me, and they don't know either because it's fairly new and enough not really happening for them to determine, what is what. So,
So you have a fertility concern.
I haven't even processed it. I don't even research it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't research.
I'm not ready to accept it yet.
Okay.
But I do accept, I do understand other person's perspective on it and other person's readiness to take it. It's fine. Nothing is wrong. Like,
it's good.
Somebody don't take it.
No.
Somebody take it.
For real.
It's a personal decision. But for me, I am not ready.
Yeah, and sometimes we live in denial too, as in sometimes we're in denial with enough things that even this whole pandemic thing, it's brand new. I mean, we've seen it in history, but we've never seen it in our lifetime. So we're probably not even accepting the fact that maybe eventually all of us gonna have to take it, you know what I mean? So, but I guess you say everything.
Really? I hope not, but I hope not.
Yeah, we hope not, but
it's not denial for me. I just really hope not, because what I think is a possibility, and not to scare anybody, I feel like eventually something probably will come up. I mean, I like talk about these things publicly, by the way. I just rather have private conversations because of
different opinions, offend somebody else,
persons, whatever. So I don't normally talk about these things publicly.
Yeah.
But I just feel like eventually something is gonna happen, and they're gonna apologize and pay big money to people who take the vaccine and be like, oh, blah blah blah. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it's not.
But I really do think it's a possibility that eventually, when things go very bad and very sour about this thing, after a couple of years,
if that happens, yeah.
So I think it's gonna create something bigger. So I'm not really. It's not that I see that yet. This is the most, and everybody eventually have to take it. I'm not see that yet.
Okay.
I'm not there yet. Maybe after next 3 years, then I'll say. Okay.
Let's not. I hope we don't have to deal with this in 3 years. But I'm gonna move on to the next topic. I want to hear your opinion on that. How do you protect your energy? Like, I don't know if you understand that for what I say it as. How you protect your energy right now?
Well, I never really think about it deeply. I'm just gonna speak up at the top of my mind now. But protecting my energy, for me, I literally, and this is something that I've matured. Like it comes with maturity. I was always like this.
Okay.
But I don't let things bother me anymore. Like I literally have this saying: let go and let
God. So it can be translated to me being nonchalant, me being like, I don't really care much, I don't show much interest, and it's true, but I have to. So that's what I do with things that people, because it happens. It happens and it's happening where people close. Obviously, people in a group can affect you. Really, like not really. Things now run smooth, and bad things and negative things are happening.
And it's affecting your energy. If it's affecting your energy,
What I do, I no longer allow anything to bother me. It's strange, but I don't allow, no matter how close you are, it doesn't matter. Family, friend, co-worker, it don't matter how close you are. Like I don't allow whatever negative energy you bring to me to affect me. And by doing that, I don't know. Let me see. People think I'm gonna care. People think that.
But do you think? Do you think it's bad?
I never have much interest whenever I read them to begin with, but that's not it. I can't explain it.
Yeah. Well, how I read that as is it's a defense mechanism that you have developed to protect yourself and protect, because if you don't protect your energy, then it's gonna affect you on a personal level, and it can actually, if you get affected, maybe that same person that's affecting you can even get affected too if you off. So I feel like it's a defense mechanism that you probably created. Probably can get a little tweaking if people just perceive it as what it's not, though. I think, but I mean, you can, and I don't even know if
that's what business, but you have to take it how you want it. Me. You're not getting a response out of me. That's another thing too. Like if somebody don't like come to me, woman to woman, or ask me about a situation or discuss a situation or a disagreement, that no matter where you're not, like if you do anything indirectly, you're not get a response out of me. I just do not give you that. I don't give people that. I just don't. Until you really come to me, even if me see this, that it don't affect me no way. Until you really come to me, that's when you get respect. That's when you get my respect, and that's when
you'll express how you feel.
Right. Without that, it not matter. It's dead to me.
Okay. Althea Williams, I'm gonna read the comments. So she said she zoom into what she likes and take on new projects. That's how she protects her energy. So I'm guessing those things have to do with herself. So I'm assuming that is less about less people involvement, I guess. But for me, I'm actually learning how to protect. I would say I'm good at protecting my energy generally. Just from a younger age. I feel like, hey, Damore Saunders, hi. I feel like from a younger age, even from like high school days, I naturally set boundaries and barriers. Like I'm not very easily accessible. And I'm gonna get a call, I'm gonna see what this caller is saying, and then I'll continue my thoughts. Q call back after, okay, for the next topic. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How do you protect your energy? You commented. You sound low.
Things
Yeah.
that I like, I enjoy doing. And if it was art, for instance, my job is something or someone upset me, I just deal with it right away and just keep it moving. So if you upset me, I'm not gonna pretend that you're gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset and you're gonna go away feeling comfortable. No, I just tackle the situation, just tell what it is, and just keep it moving. I won't remember anything about the situation because I've already dealt with it, and keep it moving. I put myself into things that I love. If I love to
watch a movie, or I love to walk in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And anything I enjoy doing, I want to cut the lawn. I like to decorate my home. That's what I do. I don't make human drain my energy, not at all. But you're not going to feel happy.
You're going to be very clear.
The action that you are doing towards me now.
Okay, so you nip it in the bud, and then you just distract yourself and do something else that you're really concerned and care about. And that's a very good technique. That's a very good technique as well. Sometimes, though, I feel like sometimes people might do things continuously, like, or you might not interpret it right, or you're not sure about the interpretation. Like sometimes somebody do something that upsets you and you can identify it immediately. Like this person did something, it's clear that I don't like it and I can address it. Like you automatically can be like, hey, I don't like this, da-da-da-da-dee, and now I'm creating a boundary and now I'm moving on and just move on like that. But then sometimes you have some situations where it's not an immediate thing, like you know that, okay, like it's a, how would I say, it's like an accumulation of things that cause that. Like how would you respond in that way? Because the previous caller was saying that she just, you know, learn how to just not make things affect her, like nonchalant, don't give a response or a feedback, and then, you know, just move on, or don't really address it unless the person is willing to address it or notice that something is off, and, you know, we'll have a conversation. But what you would do in that situation where it's not like an immediate thing that you can be like, I don't like this, how would you protect your energy if it's something that is like you're not sure if you're receiving what's happening, as like you're not sure?
Yeah, so
but it's affecting you.
This question is important because you might be going off that, oh, I think she's trying to, or he's trying to be like being picky on me, or I'm just going to ignore. I know it's me, but I'm going to ignore it. I think if you keep going like that, and that will affect them, you know, I think people are human, and eventually it's going to be tearing you apart. Because you can see like, oh, I'm not going to be saying anything, but you know that it's bothering you somewhere, somehow. Even if you go like, oh, you know, this person, you're not going to drain my energy. But trust me, it starts from wherever it starts, it's going to have a hand. So I don't like to deal with anything long-term as long as it's affecting me. I will call you one side and I said, you know, I realized that you did this. And I might give it a 2 or 3 times because sometimes a person might be having a bad day.
Yeah.
And just don't do something really to hurt your feelings and to make you have a bad day as well. But because of,
or maybe they're going through something simultaneously. I'm struggling with where I stand on this, and I guess it's just a level of maturity. Because normally how I am is generally I'm not open to people, so I don't have an emotional appeal. Like there's no emotions. It's just I be good to people, and I just be good to people, and I continue being good to people. But as it regards to how they can affect me, is usually minimal, unless it's as close to me like my family or really close friends. I don't really I have those kind of relationships. But then as I get older now, and you know, you need different kind of relationships for different things. I'm trying to figure out where I am at with it, like how I would respond to it, if I would address it, if I just ignore it, and I guess if you think you don't respond to it and you internalize it, I can't internalize anything because I already have a chronic illness. If I internalize something, then it will start making me sick. So subconsciously, you know, like when you put something in your subconscious mind, like this not affecting me, I'm not gonna address it, I'm gonna move on. I can't do that. I'm incapable of doing that. I have to talk. So it's just like finding that middle ground. I have to express myself or else it will definitely affect me. Affect me. So I have to address it and then protect myself and move on. But I don't know, you need people in this life.
If I don't address it and I think I'm going to move on,
then
it's going to be bad for that person, because when I move on, and I move on for life. So, I mean, I'm personally, and as a Christian, it's not good. So if I'm going to be say, okay, then I feel like you are draining my energy, and I need to remove myself from you. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove myself, and that is for good. And so it's it's a thin line.
Yeah.
And so that's why I prefer to express myself as I see it fit, and then keep it moving. Because if I ignore it, then I ignore the situation and I ignore the person. And you say that you are just
the relationship is completely
you're not exist to me anymore.
Yeah.
And my mind and my body and my soul will block you. No matter how close we are our word, that is for me. And I don't remember anything about you. I'm not going to be having you up or nothing at all, but it's like you have never ever.
So for the sake
that is not too good.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a good way. It's kind of hard because you don't want to respond. I mean, protecting ourselves and our energy and setting boundaries is necessary, but at the same time, we don't want the way how we respond to protecting our energy to be bad too. Like because from one human being to the next, and maybe them can't comprehend everything that's going on in your mind, or comprehend or realize that they had hurt you or disrespected you, and then you never communicate it, and then the person lose out and probably fully confused and never even learn. Because sometimes I guess when you express it, the person can learn from the experience. Even if you and them relationship change permanently, they might learn from that behavior in the future and how to respond to somebody else. So for me right now, I communicate, but I still have a small space. And do what you like, focus on yourself. I guess your own health and wellness is probably, you should be a main priority anyways. So
you need to pray about it, and anything that we do, it's best to pray about it, and then God just shows me how to deal with it. But don't let anybody, your partner, your loved one, anybody, co-workers, or even your colleagues, don't let anybody drain your energy, because that's when if you allow that, then you will be a sick human, and they'll be happy going about their
lives. Yeah, I'm still learning though. I'll probably bring up this topic again in the future and just hear what everybody else is saying, because I'm not really sure where I stand with it. I don't have a firm opinion as yet.
But I must tell you that I've been listening earlier, and I thought to enjoy the topics. I was a little bit came on earlier to speak about like the lockdown and the vaccine, but I hope you continue the conversation another time, and I'll be joining in.
Okay.
Good night.
All right, good night. So you for no TV say, may I call in about the vaccine? So the line's open now. We can go back to the vaccine topic if anybody wants to, share their opinions on it. As I said, I am really not against, what everybody feels. I respect your opinion. So if you want to call in and tell me how you feel about it, I'm open to discuss. Even though we did pass from the vaccine one, I would want to hear what you say. And what was saying, story time, I think I'm fit and I was going to do the vaccine. My husband discouraged me. One of the persons died in the group. She was fit, and no, I still haven't. From wanting to do the first to no, not wanting to do it, basically. So what was saying that she was interested in doing the vaccine. Her husband discouraged her, and then she considered herself to be a fit candidate for the vaccine, and she found that somebody who was fit ended up, did they die? Yeah, dying from the vaccine. I'm here for 1 hour. I do have lots more topics, so I'm definitely probably gonna come off now. It's been a good live. I really appreciate all the calls. Yes, give me. Hello, Ray.
I'm here with you again.
Hi. Oh yeah, I can now get donations. So you guys can now donate when I'm on live. Somebody just donated. Thank you so much for Limitless Boss. For that $5. Yeah, what you saying? Q?
What topic are we on?
I was talking about protecting our energy, and somebody was talking about the vaccine, but I did have one more. I did want to wrap up with one more topic, because this has been a very good conversation. So the next topic I'm gonna talk about for the night.
I can bring up the protecting the energy again.
Okay, yeah, you did have more on it?
Yeah, it is complicated.
premeditated, and it's not something that I've premeditated, but I think it's very important. There are some messages in this topic that I feel like people want to know, but don't even know that they need to know this. In this particular topic, because I feel like it's very important.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning too.
Me too. When I act like my be done part.
I don't have it done part, but for me, I know it's so strange, but I really don't feel affected by people or anybody, anything that do me wrong. I don't allow myself to. I don't feel like, oh, me I walk on every day and this about me. It just exists. I don't know why. Like it's not even. It's not. We'll make it sound easy, right?
Yeah.
It's not even easy. It's just something that you see when you know who you are, when you're confident with who you are and what you give, what you bring, and you see when you know of that, you know yourself, then that give you more confidence. Saying
what you're saying.
You're good, and you're at peace with you reacted, or you dealt with a situation of what you're doing with your life. You're at peace with that. So I don't know.
I guess
it's a lot.
I agree with you. Because once you're grounded and you know what you're about, you know your boundaries, you know what you like and you know what you dislike, you know what you will tolerate and you know what you won't tolerate. I agree that once
I get to know who to give the energy, who deserve the energy, who deserve a response,
and who don't, and all of that. So I agree with that too. The only thing.
I'm forgiving, like if you come to me, like if you come to me for the next year and you talk about it, I'm good. Make a forgive you and make a talk about it. I will keep you pushing, but when I have you, nobody. Do you? If you don't believe me, that's fine. If you think the worst of me, that's okay. But I'm good.
You know what I would have been hurt about, which is a whole different topic. I'm not gonna get into it, but the reason why I'm not, I agree with you and I'm with you. The only thing I think what makes me not as I'm not closed on it. Like, this is something firm that I'll carry on for the rest of my life and function that way. Is because I feel like I would be really disappointed in myself if I reach to like 60 or something and, people come back to me and, explain, say, hey, during this time period, I was acting this way, but I was going, somebody died, but I didn't want to explain it. Like, I feel like I would feel so hurt to know that I overlooked something or, based on my boundaries that I set for myself and to protect myself and keep myself sane, I did misjudge somebody or somebody was going through I was completely off with that particular person and we missed out on an opportunity or missed out on a relationship. So sometimes because of that fear, because I know that would have hurt me. As a human being, as a person, I know that would have hurt me to know like 20 years, 30 years down the line, depending on the relationship, obviously, because if it's not a close person, it's whatever, there's no relationship to be feeling any type of ways about anyways. But like if in the future somebody was like, I was going through this, I just didn't have the strength to communicate it, I was going through abuse or something that I was completely oblivious about, I would have feel like, oh my gosh, I was so off and I wish I could do something about, No, but maybe the person feel like, because the way how I respond when I'm upset or something, the person would have feel like there was no, but somebody have to communicate. Yeah, but I feel like somebody have to communicate. Maybe the person is not even in a position mentally, or like suppose the person is going through some kind of abuse or like they're in a vulnerable state that they're not in the position to communicate. And then based on them not communicating, I make a decision to say, you know what? Call it what it is and move on with my life. And then in the future, I find out that I was completely wrong. I feel like that would have hurt me. So I think that's why. But then again, it can't be perfect. It can't. Sometimes you just have to take a L. You either take it now or you take it later, or you spot on right. But that's the reason why I personally is not completely confident about just that cut and clear. Not like I have my boundaries, I set them, and then I move on. If the person don't meet them or if they don't communicate with me, that's the reason. That's my personal reason why I'm not completely confident with just running with that, because I know I would have feel a way to overlook somebody else's issues. But that topic real deep, so Shanika said, protect your energy by what or who you surround yourself with, including what you watch and listen to. And that is another way of protecting your energy too as well. I probably need to clean up a little bit with the music part, but I definitely am conscious of what I watch and what I engage with. But do you have one more topic for you? Q, you still there? Yeah, you're still there. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you're still here. I think, what was your opinion on the curfew? I never get to hear your opinion on that.
On the curfew?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the current, what?
Yeah.
Curfew has been a thing for the past year.
So you just adjust to it? No, it's not something new, but some people... Yeah, they have a guy that was here first. I don't know if you heard him, QP. He made a video that's kind of going around where he was saying that, you know, poverty is the real pandemic in Jamaica and the curfew is not helping. I mean, it's been going on for a while. Enough people adjust to it and just accept it as the new norm. And then there's another, you know, another side of, there's another set of people who is just really struggling mentally, is really struggling financially. They don't think it's helpful. It's killing the industry, the entertainment industry. You know, enough people really affected in a different kind of way and still not over it and still not get used to it and want it gone. What's your opinion?
Well, for me, it was the no movement curfew thing was something that I wasn't okay with, not on a personal level, because it not really affect me so much because I can move around.
So you are not somebody that affected. I just remember that.
And I still go to work, my regular hours, nothing but since curfew, nothing but work hours no change. So it not really affect me.
As it regards to entertainment though, like
but I can on the entertainment.
Yeah. The social aspect.
That's not even a part where bother me a bit. The part where you bother me a bit, but I understand the hours of curfew, like 8 o'clock, nobody should be on the road and whatever. I think we can adjust to that. You have to just meet somewhere in Jamaica. Can't just be out all the time, whatever.
Yeah.
But you see when you said that, you know, no move, like you really can't. I really have a problem with that because I know a lot of persons can't cope with that mentally. That's just hard.
And some people homes.
And it feels like you're in prison. Like literally can't move and even if you should go outside, there's nothing out there to do.
Yeah.
You're bored out of your mind, you can't go across the road. Well, you probably can't go across the road.
Some people don't have a safe home, I guess.
Some people not even happy at home.
Yeah, some people don't have a safe home. Like being home is probably the worst place for some people to be. Like, for instance, here in Canada or whatever, you can lock up in your house and just probably relax and you and your neighbors, like it's a safe space. Or I mean, maybe in North America, people have like a very dysfunctional home too. So being feel like if you're locked up in your home and your home is not a nice place, then those people definitely will retaliate.
It's illegal to go outside. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you understand, you won't find that, hey, you shouldn't be going in here. I am in the first place because, you know, we are trying to contain this virus. I get it, but there's always an next side. All right, the 8 o'clock curfew, I'm okay with that. We have to do what we have to do. I mean, we just have to do things earlier.
Okay.
When you see the no movement, weekend thing, and holiday thing, it doesn't affect me, but I know where it could affect other people, and it's some motive not really set well with me. Maybe uncomfortable, but thinking about other people and what they
might be experiencing.
Must be tough.
Yeah.
And then you have some persons who, like when on a no movement curfew day. You pretty much have to do your grocery shopping from a day or 2 days before when supermarkets and stores are open. So for persons who literally have to go to shop and buy big water bread and buy the daily meals daily, how do they survive?
Yeah, it's kind of like
money and stuff. I'm already to put them things in the because I know how it goes.
Yeah, those are real factors. I feel like Jamaica.
They find ways to adjust. But something about the no movement statements, I really still not agree with it.
Yeah. I guess I'll just wrap it. I can't believe I'm on here for so long, but I'm gonna be consistent and come back next week. But I'm gonna just wrap up on that point. Thanks for calling. I'm gonna just wrap up now, and then we'll continue next week. Thanks to everybody that called too as well. All right, bye. Thanks for everybody that called in too as well. I'll wrap up the way I started. Some Know TV said humans are fickle, so just love unconditionally. Hi, Deidre. You're always here. I appreciate you. Even when I'm just fresh back. But humans are fickle. You just have to love unconditionally. I feel like that's probably the easiest way to just, work through this life is to just love unconditionally, be authentic, be genuine, communicate, be clear. I guess that's probably, I was confused on the, way how to protect myself, but I guess if I still stick with that mindset that, humans, you can't study humans pretty much. I can't know if me I do the right or wrong by somebody, and everybody different. So I guess to just love unconditionally, I'm gonna end on that note because that's a positive note. But just to love people unconditionally, be true to yourself, be genuine, be nice, and how people perceive you is one thing, and you probably can't control that. So the right people will stick around, the wrong people will just, eliminate themselves. So I think that's where I'm at right now. I might fine tune it a little bit more in the future, but for now, I guess loving unconditionally it can be bad. And that's what I do. So thanks for everybody who called and support. I am back. If you guys have any video ideas, you can link me up personally, or you guys can, DM chairs_benches on Instagram. Link me anywhere that I'm at. I am looking for feedback. Any topic you want me to talk about here on live, because it's more relaxed and it's more freelance. But drop some hearts. Want to know the routine, or the people who know the routine. If you're here and you're still here watching, like the video, share it, and then drop some hearts. We're going to end in love. And you guys will see me on my next video that I post, and then you'll see me back live again next Sunday around this time. Prior. Anybody else? Drop some more hearts, man. I see more people here. Drop some hearts, engage with the video, and then YOLO. You just put a YouTube emoji. I said hearts. Follow instructions. Drop some hearts. Thank you. Your heart needs surgery. Okay, that's still a heart. I'm going to work with that. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye. The One Saunders plugin. You just a talk in at the end. Bye, guys. Rohan.